Question 33. The polynomial p of x is given by p of x equals x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3. Use the factor theorem to show that x minus 3 is a factor of p of x. For x to be a factor, x minus 3 to be a factor, we set that to 0 and x equals 3. So that we then put p of 3, and if p of 3 equals 0, then x minus 3 is a factor. So let's try this now. P of 3 equals 3 cubed minus 4 3 squared plus 3 of 3, and that equals 3 cubed is 27 minus 3 squared is 9 times 4 is 36 plus 3 times 3 is 9, and that equals 0. Therefore, x minus 3 is a factor. Part B. Express p of x as the product of 3 linear factors. There are two ways you can do this. We know that p of x equals x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3x. X is a common factor. We then have x squared minus 4x plus 3. We could factorize the quadratic in many ways. So let's use by factorization. A equals 1, B equals minus 4, and C equals 3. Therefore, AC equals 3. Any two numbers I could multiply together to get 3. Add them together, I get minus 4. 3 minus 3 minus 1. If I put x here and turn that 1 times x is x. Now I can replace minus 4x with minus 3x minus x. So x squared minus x minus 3x plus 3. So I'm writing the whole thing out for the quadratic part. I can now see that x squared minus x has a common factor, which is x. Take it out, I get x minus 1. There's a common factor here of 3. Take it out, minus 3. I get x minus 1. So now I've got x minus 1 as a factor, and what's left is x minus 3. So my factors are x minus 1 and x minus 3. We already knew that x minus 3 is a factor, so the factor we're looking for is x minus 1. Therefore, the px factors, linear factors, 3 linear factors are x, x minus 1, and x minus 3. Part C. Use the remainders theorem to find R when px is divided by x minus 2. So that's part B. Now part C, we would have a remainder if we divide px by x minus 2. So we could do that now. Or the best way to show that is to substitute. Well, we know that x minus 2, if we set it to 0, x will be equal to 2. If we put p of 2 and it's not equal to 0, then the value that it's equal to will be the remainder. So p of 2 will be equal to 2 cubed minus 4 into bracket minus 2 squared plus 2 to bracket 2. And that equals 8 minus 2 squared is 4. 4 times minus 4 is minus 16 plus 2 times 2 is 4. And that gives 14 minus 16, which equals minus 2. So minus 2 is r. R equals minus 2, the remainder. So that's the C part 1. R equals minus 2 for the remainder. Part 2, using algebraic division or otherwise express px in the form of x minus 2. So this is a linear and a quadratic term plus the remainder. So C part 2 is, we know that px is x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3x plus 0, because that's the constant. If we use ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d for cubic. Now we're dividing it by minus 2, x minus 2. What can I multiply x by to get x cubed? That would be x squared. X squared times x is x cubed. Now we need to, and then x cubed, x squared times minus 2 is minus 4x minus 2x squared. Draw a line. Take away. X cubed minus x cubed will be 0. Minus 4x squared minus minus is plus 2x squared will be minus 2x squared. We need to bring down 3x. What can I multiply x by to get minus 2x squared? That would be minus 2x. Minus 2x times x is minus 2x squared. Minus 2x times minus 2 is plus 4x. Draw a line. Take away. Minus 2x squared minus minus 2x squared will become 0. 3x minus 4x is minus x. What can I multiply x by to get minus x? Minus 1. Minus 1 times x is minus x. This is plus 0, bring it down. Minus 1 times minus 2 is plus 2. Take away. Minus x plus x is 0. 0 minus 2 is minus 2. So we now see the remainder that we worked out earlier to be minus 2. So that was correct. Now we got our quotient here. So this is the quotient, which is the g of x. And so what we have is p of x will be equal to x minus 2 times the g of x plus r. The g of x, we've got that now. So we can write x minus 2 times x squared minus 2x minus 1 minus 2, because r is minus 2. So that's our p of x. And that's what part 2 is requesting for. Just to check that again. X minus 2 g of x plus r. In this case, r is minus 2. So a in this case is minus 2 as well. B is minus 1 and r equals minus 2. Comparing to the questions which says p of x equals x minus 2 x squared plus ax plus b plus r. So you can see the a, the b, and the r.